Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of the Pacific Knowledge Series, helping you understand what's happening across the Pacific Zone and keeping you up to date with the news. Each episode provides a bite-sized piece of information and practical knowledge to help you understand what's happening across our business. As we've seen in the news recently, there's been a lot of cyber attacks and increased focus in this area. Nikki, what are you seeing currently in the cybersecurity space and the needs of organisations in Australia and New Zealand and even globally?
Yeah, so cybercrime is the biggest threat facing the corporate world today. So in Australia alone, it's costing the economy approximately $3 trillion. With the sophistication, agility and frequency of attacks increasing, so Australia at the moment, we're at one attack every 8 minutes, just to put it into perspective. It is actually encouraging to see the Australian government implementing a new legislation to combat that and mitigate those risks. So one thing we need to understand that when it comes to cybersecurity, there isn't one solution for all. So each industry has its own set of regulations, risks and standards to follow, as well as the implementation of the new Critical Infrastructure Act. So cybersecurity is of the utmost importance and probably the number one priority of most organisations globally at the moment.
So I imagine any cybersecurity strategy, it's only as strong as its weakest link. So Paul, particularly in the area of data usage, do you have anything to share about how we can be better at that?
Yeah, so I guess it starts with being aware of where are the risks. So mapping that out in some respects. So what are the applications, what are the exposure points, which data stores, and who might we be exposing data to? Once you've done that, you can then think about what type of risk is it that we're exposed to. Is it a risk of leakage, information going from out of your organisation externally that you shouldn't be losing? Is it poisoning of information where data's getting corrupted inside your stores? Or is it theft? Someone externally stealing information out of your organisation that shouldn't be happening. From there are various aspects of data risk to be managed. So things like privacy, retention, residency, transport and access are all parts of the risk profile that we need to think about. So I think mapping an attack surface and the level of risk present for each point on that map and the movements between points, that helps us bring focus to where should we be mitigating risk.
It sounds like there's a lot we can do, but surely building higher walls is not the answer here because no organisation can be a castle. Nikki and Paul, what can organisations do to mitigate their risks?
So I guess to begin with, cybersecurity is everybody's responsibility. So reports show that the major cyber attacks can be traced back to being human error. So as an organisation, we need to look at all three pillars of cybersecurity, so people, processes and technology. Technology alone does not equal security. So ensuring we have the right frameworks in place that are reviewed regularly, and most importantly, upskilling everyone in the organisation. So ensuring that the entire company comes on the journey with you to understand cybersecurity. That's very important. A recent study showed that approximately 70% of employees have no idea what cybersecurity is. So we need to make that a priority.
Yeah. I'm aligned with Nikki. The processes and technology are needed to mitigate the risk and they should be prioritised and deployed based around that mapping exercise that I mentioned. But that could all be bypassed or ignored with inappropriate training, so it's important that we do that. So both specialised and general knowledge are needed, specialised for people like us, I guess, and our teams, but also there's aspects of data security awareness that are very generally needed.
Today's episode reminds us that cybersecurity and data governance is a team effort and it's a combination of people, process and technology. And we have the support of our dedicated experts to help guide us through that journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another episode of the Pacific Knowledge Series and a new topic to share with you, news across our business with our experts.